Hello everyone, it is NFL Week 6 and you're watching the 4 Ps. Parlays, player props, and predictions. In this video, 3 player props plus 1 anytime touchdown parlay at plus 1200 odds. Are you in? Let's make some money for NFL Week 6. Now, as some of you probably know, I was impacted by Hurricane Milton. Luckily, family and the house is all good, minus one fence panel got launched, but it is what it is. The only negative is I have no electricity. So I was able to get in the lab at my wife's work, but now their elevator's not working, so that's tough. So either way, today it's gonna be a little bit unedited because if I try to edit on my laptop where I don't even have Wi-Fi, it's gonna take me like 6 hours. So instead, you see the return of the notebook. Technically sketchbook. I'm gonna release all my plays in this one. I'm not losing any plays, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you can do me a favor, drop a like, subscribe. We have a couple other NFL videos on the channel. One where Logan and I went through every single game that was posted pre-losing electricity. That was posted earlier this week. I'll link it at the top of the description. And then later on Saturday evening, you will see our one where we talk about a bunch of unders, which we've been really cashing out on some unders this season. So I encourage you to tap into that. But you guys came in for some picks. Apologies for not a lot of editing, but it is what it is. Luckily, word on the street, should be getting power back by Tuesday at night. So we'll see. Maybe Monday Night Football looks the same. But let's dive in. And the first page that we must talk about is the Thursday recap. Now, the first one, day one of the ladder, cash that one. Tyler Lockett, round of applause. He did his job. We appreciate him. Our other one of a winner was our 3-leg SGP, the plus 210, the Ayuk under, and Jordan Mason and Debo to do their job. They did that. Our only loser was Kenneth Walker III, over in rushing plus receiving yards. Still positive day for us, up 1.1 units. I think that takes us about 9.3, 9.4. We'll take that, but we need to make you guys some money. Let's dive in. The first one, you really found I couldn't have an ad in here. Boom! Sign up for Underdog Fantasy, please, 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 please. If you are, please use code COS. Help me not pay for my electricity bill because that's out, but I appreciate you guys if you sign up using code COS, and you will get a free square, pretty cool, and a match on your first deposit up to $1,000. Again, code COS, link down below. Sign up. Anyone that uses those codes and not just Underdog, any other book, I certainly appreciate you. It really helps pay the bills, and I love you guys. Thanks for using them. But let's dive in the picks. That's what you came here for. You're 2 minutes and 16 seconds in. You need some winners, and the first one comes in the form of a tight end. Last week, we bet on Brock Bowers. Look at how this thing goes through. Well, that's okay. First one, Brock Bowers. Let's hope this one's as free. Zach Ertz, the Washington Commanders, tight end, over 26.5 receiving yards, minus 115 on Bet365, playing for 1 unit. 1 unit. Now, Zach Ertz. I have some notes on my laptop, which doesn't have Wi-Fi, but luckily I pulled it up before. Now, Zach Ertz so far this season started off pretty hot his first 3 weeks, 28, 62, and 38. Now, also, we'll know, I'll put all the picks down below in the comment section, in the pinned comments. So if you don't feel like watching, you can go down there. I understand. The editing is not the greatest, and I'm going to be sweating here, but hopefully you tap in for the research of why I like these picks. You can understand why I'm betting on them. Now, Zach Ertz, like I said, over in the first 3 weeks. Last 2 weeks, hasn't gone over. Now, the last week, he really didn't have a great game. Two receptions, 10 yards, 8 targets. He got missed on a wide open 40-yard pass. Jaden Daniels missed him, but the opportunity's there. 8 was his most targets he's had this season, and we love to see that. Now, in this matchup, I love him to get targeted a ton. Now, Ertz's reception line is looking at it. It's at 3.5. And while I don't mind maybe taking a ladder there, 3.5 at plus money, take the 3.5, go to 4, maybe 5. I think he could honestly hit 5 or 6 receptions. 3 receptions, though, is minus 200. So they're like, hey, we really think he gets 3 receptions. Well, so far this season, 5 tight ends have 3 or more receptions against the Ravens. All 5 of them had 34 or more yards. So the line didn't even matter if it changed by a couple yards. This season, the Ravens, 3rd most receptions, 2nd most yards to opposing tight ends. So they've really struggled against that position. What we know the Ravens are really good at, stopping the run. You try to run into them, boom, boom, boom. It's like a brick wall. So you have to throw the football. And we think about the Ravens. If there's any team to be able to game plan for Jaden Daniels, it is going to be the Ravens. They'll but you got Lamar Jackson. It's easier to game plan with a Lamar Jackson than without him. I think they'll be able to limit Jaden Daniels' rushing ability, but maybe we see them limit him by having their tight end or their linebackers come up a little bit. We see Zach Ertz maybe sneak behind him. So all in all, I really like Zach Ertz. My first pick of the day, over 26.5 receiving yards. You can take it to 40 plus. I think he crushes that line. I like his receptions line as well. Second pick, we keep things moving. Only overs in this video. In the other video, you'll find my unders, which have been pretty good, arguably better than the overs. Second pick, a plus money one. Demario Douglas of the New England Patriots, over 3.5 receptions at plus 112 on FanDuel. Again, playing it for 1 unit. Every pick in this video should be a 1 unit play. Demario Douglas, obviously, is New England Patriots wide receiver. Not a lot to like in that offense, and I understand the Patriots bench Jacoby Brissett, incoming Drake May. And it can be a little bit skeptical taking a receiving over or receptions or yards with a guy like Drake May. We have no idea what to expect from him. But at the same side, we have to think about what the Patriots are going to do. Do they really want to let Drake May sit back there, sling it, take hits? Probably not. That's probably not what they want for the future of their organization. Instead, I expect some easy, quick throws, and those are probably going to Demario Douglas since week 3. We saw right before leading up to week 3, which was a Thursday night game against the Jets, we saw Gerard Mayo say, we need to get the ball in Demario Douglas' hands. And what have they done since that? Done just that. He had 7 receptions in week 3, only 3 in week 4, but then 6 last week in week 5. Look, here comes the new QB in Drake May, and we have only seen May appear once. It was actually in that game against the Jets. He threw 8 passes, 2 of them went to Demario Douglas. Obviously, we'd love to see that. Also, what does Demario Douglas run? Not very far, which is ideal for us because we don't want Drake May sit back there and trying to deliver hard throws down the field. Instead, he's running a lot of short throws, a low average depth of target, if you will. We also look at the Texans, who they will play on Sunday. What are they good at? Pressuring the QBs. We see this team top 10 in pressure rate, and they're 13th in blitz rate. We saw back in week 2 against Caleb Williams, another rookie QB. What did they do? Blitz the heck out of him and pressured him a ton. In turn, if they do the same thing against Drake May, he's going to have to get the ball out of his hands quick. Could it go to Antonio Gibson, who will be their starting running back? Potentially, but I imagine if they're blitzing, you're going to need Antonio Gibson in there to pick up some blitzes, or Hunter Henry. I think we'll see some easy, quick throws, quick curls, quick ins and outs to Demario Douglas. I like the way to attack this Texans defense is on the inside. They have really good elite cornerbacks. I think Demario Douglas gets a good amount of receptions. I don't know if he gets the yards. It could be 4 receptions for 18 yards for all I care. I think he gets 4 receptions. Like I said, you can take the over in yards, but I'd rather not. So my second pick in the video, Demario Douglas, over 3.5 receptions at plus money. I wouldn't play it past like minus 110, minus 115, but at plus 112, I had to take a stab at it. As always, if you want all the picks right when I post them, you can join the DubClub that's linked down below. My third pick in this video, before we get into the anytime touchdown parlay, is a 2-leg parlay. It involves 2 guys on the same team, both play the same position. It's in the Atlanta Falcons game, and here they are. The first leg is Bijan Robinson, 50-plus rushing yards. The second leg, Tyler Algier for 25-plus rushing yards. This is minus 102 on FanDuel, again, for 1-unit play. A reminder, Bijan 50, Tyler Algier 25. Now, Austin, why the heck are we taking 2 running backs on the same team for rush yards? That doesn't make sense. Well, it does in the sense of, well, the Falcons like to rotate both these 2 guys in. If Tyler Algier did not exist, I'd probably be on Bijan and get to 100-plus rushing yards. However, Tyler Algier exists, and he's going to get his 8 to 9 carries, and I think that's going to be enough to get 25 or more rush yards in a great, great matchup. Now, if you look at so far last week, what happened in week 5, abandon the run. Buccaneers, heck no, we ain't running the football. Kirk Cousins, 58 pass attempts. Now, Bijan still got his yards, but Tyler Algier had 6 for 12 yards. That's not going to be great. But I just don't see the Falcons be like, yeah, let's let Kirk Cousins throw it again 58 times, especially not in a great matchup like this against the Carolina Panthers. What do the Panthers really struggle at? Well, let's be honest, they struggle at a lot of things. But the first thing they really struggle at is stopping the run this season. The 4th most rushing yards allowed per game. 4th highest yards per carry to zone runs, and the 5th highest success rate to zone runs. Now you might be like, what the heck's a zone run? It beats me. I'm just kidding. But I don't need to go into depth about that. What it does matter is Bijan Robinson, 82% of his runs are zone runs. Heck, most of the runs that this Falcons offense runs are zone runs, and that's going to be perfect for a guy like Bijan Robinson to get upfield and get his 15, 20 yards a carry. No, not a carry, but big plays should certainly happen here. Bijan, he is obviously nursing a hamstring injury, but he has a mini bye week in here as they played last Thursday. So 2 Thursdays ago, if you will. I think he's ready to go. I think he gets 50 yards, but I also think Tyler Algier is going to get his job done. He's had 25 plus in 4 of 5 games. Obviously faltered last week when they just threw it a ton. I think it's the game to get back on the ground. We see them run it a ton. So I really like Bijan to get 50. I really like Tyler Algier to get 25. Minus 102 on FanDuel. I love it. DraftKings, I probably wouldn't even bother clicking the buttons because it was like minus 200, which is just criminal. If that's your only line, I'd probably just go Bijan's over. I think he can easily clear 70-plus yards in this great matchup for him. But I'm sticking with 50 because they do like to play Tyler Algier a lot. And with Bijan still nursing a hamstring injury, no reason to run him into the ground. He'll still get the bulk of the carries, but Tyler Algier will be there to steal some. So 50 for Bijan, 25 for Tyler Algier, minus 102 for 1 unit. And then my 4th and final pick in this video is the anytime touchdown parlay. I don't track this officially towards my record, although I wish I did because we've hit 2 of our 5 long shots so far this season, but this one will come in the way of a touchdown parlay. It is 3 legs, and I'm looking at it, and it looks like a winner. RIP to Christian McCaffrey, because those are the initials here. CMC. Chris Godwin, Marvin Harrison Jr., CD Lamb. All the score touchdown, plus 1,237 odds on FanDuel. Look, we got close last week. 2 weeks ago, cash, 3 for 3. Last week, 2 for 3. Najee Harris, get lost. These fellers, getting in the end zone. We'll start in the 1 o'clock window. Chris Godwin against the Saints. Love that spot. Marvin Harrison Jr., love him as well. Both those guys getting in the end zone. Then we go to the 4 o'clock window. You think the Lions are going to slow down CeeDee Lamb? Good one. He's getting in the end zone as well. That is a 3-leg parlay winner at plus 1,237 odds. That's the anytime touchdown parlay of the week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this edition of The Notebook. A reminder, I will have another video posted on Saturday evening with all my unders, which actually is more than the overs this week. I think I have 4 unders so far this week. So definitely encourage you to tap into that. We posted around 5 or 6 p.m. Saturday evening. We'll also have day 2 of our ladder challenge posted, I want to say on Saturday. So maybe by the time you're watching this, it might already be live. We'll see. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Sorry for no editing. We'll see. It definitely will be better for week 7. But again, I can't do anything with no Wi-Fi or no electricity. So we're sweating out here, but I appreciate you for tuning in. It's Austin. I'm signing out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's sweep. See you then. Peace. Turn off.